Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. I'm up in the caravan at the moment. It's a week just after we got back from our Easter break, both myself and Sarah and Sally, and we've got a slight problem with the caravan. So I made it aware to Sussex and Caravan Motorhome Centre, and I'll show you in a minute what the problem is, but I made them aware that the seal around the outside of the front panel of the caravan is missing, or it's degraded, let's put it that way. I noticed it when we was away on holiday, and I thought it's not good, because obviously if the rain gets in, it's going to cause damp within the caravan, so we don't want that. Don't know exactly how long it's been like it, but with the amount of weather we've had been having lately, it's no wonder that there's a gap there. Now I have the only way I can gauge the size of the actual gap is if I get the motorhome Caravan and Motorhome Club card. You can put it inside the actual gap between the awning rail and the actual GRP body. When I sort of run it down just to see how far it goes and then pulled it out, there was actually damp and dirt on the end of it, which didn't fill me with a great deal of confidence. So I want to remove, like I say, Sussex Caravan and Motorhome are aware of it. They are on it. They're going to send someone down to have a look at it. I'm going to leave it in the actual storage yard for them to do, because as everyone, well, most people know, I'm a lorry driver and I spend all my time away from home, and I'm only home at weekends. So it would mean that I would have to take the caravan up there, leave it with them, and then collect it the following week, which ideally is okay for me, but for them it's not, because, you know, it's taking up valuable space, and I get that. So we're going to leave it in the storage yard. They know where the storage yard is. They use the storage yard themselves, and they're going to come up with one of their engineers and they're going to fix it for us. They're also going to check, make sure that there is no damp within in the actual caravan itself, because obviously we're worried about that, you know, because of the gap. And not only are they going to do the near side front of the GRP body, they're also going to do the other side as well, and make sure that there's no damp in either side of the actual caravan. So let me get rid of all this stuff in the front of the caravan, and then I'll go outside and I'll show you exactly where this gap is and how they're going to tackle it. Right, I've repositioned the camera because I've just had to put some stuff over this side. So I've got the underside of the benches at the front here empty now. There wasn't a lot of stuff in there, to be fair, but I've noticed something else, and it's made me a little bit more concerned. Let me show you, actually. I'll show you. Okay, so this is the underside of the near side front of the caravan. So up here I've got the Audi wet central heating. Now over in this corner you've got the red and blue pipes, which are for the hot and cold water. You've also got a couple of other cables there, but one thing I've noticed is that the floor just here is puckered up, and there's a bit of wet there, but more importantly it's wet underneath here, and that's on our Audi wet central heating. So the radiator at the front is leaking. So I don't know what that actually, where it's leaking, because I can't get in there to look. I can only assume that because this actual radiator here isn't even fixed to the wall. I mean, you know, it's nothing to do with Sussex Caravan and Motorhome Centre. It's to do with when it was built back in 2017, I think it was. You know, there's screw holes there for a bracket, but it's just floated, and there's no holes actually in the front panel there. And the same goes for the other side as well. The holes are there for them to in the actual radiator to fix it to this panel here, but they haven't. You know, what does it take just to put a few screws in there? Like I say, none of this is to blame to Sussex Caravan and Motorhome Centre. The radiator is now leaking because it's probably fractured, because it's been moving side to side, front and back. you know, over the years, it's just fatigue, I would imagine. And yeah, it's now leaking. So yeah, and plus the floor here, and I hope you can see that, that also is all wet on my fingers. And you know, I'm not going to taste it, but I know what it tastes like. It's antifreeze. It's got like a sweet bitter taste to it, so I know it is. I've already tried it, actually, to be fair. I'll be honest with you. So now I've made Sussex Caravan and Motorhome Centre aware that not only now is the radiator leaking, but they've got to do the front of the caravan. You know, I'm just now concerned with all this now being up. You know, if this floor now is all damp, it looks fine back here. It's the front. It looks like it's concentrated to that area there. So let me now take you outside and show you the bit of the front that I am concerned with, as well as now this. Okay, so the sun is directly over there. So this is about the best you're going to get to see of this actual gap. So this is the awning rail, as you would know, white gasket, and then awning rail, the rest of it. This is my trusty card. So here it's absolutely fine. It doesn't go through until we get to here, and then it starts to disappear. So if I run that down through there, you're probably going to get a bit of dirt, and that concerns me. Right down to there. There you go. So look, a bit of dirt's come out there, so that concerns me. Yeah, I don't know how far that actually goes up. Let me just test that. That goes to there, so it goes in there, it goes along there, and then it finishes about there. So that's a good, what, in old money, it's a good 10 to 12 inches. The other side, I don't know if it's just as bad. There is a bit of dirt on that. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, yeah. But it's just that area that it's concentrated to. Let me just show you the other side as well, just to see if there is any on that side, but I don't think there is. Oh, see, the other side is absolutely fine, but they're going to seal both sides. I've not asked them to, I've told them to, because you know, I just don't want this happening again. And Andy, to be fair, has said to me, yep, don't worry, Paul, it'll all be done for you. We'll make sure it's done properly. And yes, I know they will. They'll make a fine job of it, I'm sure. I've got every confidence in them, and they've never let me down yet. So they're not about to start now, I don't think. They'll come up, they'll do all the work. I'm very confident in Sussex Caravan and Motorhome Centre. They've, like I say, they've always done it. Everything I've needed them to do, they've never done it, never moaned about it. Might have said it behind my back, but they've never moaned about it. Do I regret buying this caravan? No, not at all. You get problems with second-hand caravans. You're never going to get the perfect caravan. You know, some friends of ours have got problems with their caravan at the moment. I'm not going to mention who it is, but they've got damp in their caravan at the moment. I think their caravan is only a few years old. So, you know, compared to us, you know, it's just one of them things. You just can't be helped. You know, when you buy a caravan, you've got to remember that when you're towing these down the road, they're constantly moving and flexing. You just can't be helped. It goes with anything. So anyway, yes, as soon as the caravan's repaired and it's all up and running, perfect again, I'll do another video, or I might even just tag it onto this video. I don't know yet. But if I do, you'll be the first to see it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. See you with Sarah in the next one.